one, Maven, the maps. Optic, from speaking to them the other night, they're excited to have Gibraltar in play a little bit more, and it's already here in map 1, so not surprised to see that in play. London Docks, so will sneak in as the hard point in game 4 if we go there. Either way, Gibraltar will kick things off. Woo-wee. This is definitely my match of the day for sure.
Yeah, without question. I mean, overall, I don't know. I think either team can absolutely take this series. I know it's hard to pick against TK with the recent performances, but we all know the talent on Optic Gaming. I think the one map that I feel really good about TK is probably game 2. I've casted a lot of their Texas and Theory specifically.
Yeah.
They are lights out, but it's got to start here on Gibraltar. TK, OG, here we go.
Off the break, I mean, we've got to follow Team Kaliber, right?
Accuracy. Accuracy is the one that I feel like we always start off with here, and he always finds like 3 to 4 kills top mid. So this will probably be the time he doesn't.
Well, here we go. Accuracy, happier than ever before with the FG back in play. It's his first. To stop whoever pushes this top left. Little does he know, no one will actually be hitting that side. He's now spotted Formal and eliminated him. And already a perfect start for TK. They get the first 3 kills. Make it 4 actually, as they just push right forward up on the map.
Yeah, Chino finds a couple as well. I mean, the dynamic duo, their ARs, especially in the opening break of this map, just every time, look at, they're 5-0. How many, we've cast this together probably 3-4 times, and this is always how it starts for them.
It's always how it starts, but how many times have we seen Accuracy do this exact thing? He pushes right through bridge once he knows it's safe. There gets the help of his hip fire. Yeah. My goodness. As it's 35-0, but again, unfortunately for Accuracy, one player does spawn at that close bridge side, so he will get shot in the back. Optic should have the spawns for the new hill, but the worry already has to come in, Maven. They've got to stop some players from getting close to these streaks.
Yeah, and also just the scoreboard, like how much time TK actually got on that first hard point. I mean, that's not your money hill.
No.
They just treated it like one.
Oh, that's one you cannot lose if you're Karma. Kenny with a submachine gun just ripped him off of cover where only his head can be seen. Thankfully, again, Optic do have the spawns, and this is where the comeback can begin. 47-5 the score difference right now. Chino trying to peek through this middle turret room. Karma holding the outside lane, as it looks like Optic are going to hold the first 30 seconds plus of this hard point.
And for now, at least, it looks like on this particular map, it's still going to be Scump and Karma as your primary SMGs. 2-2 split right now for them. You've seen, what, FG, I believe, for Crim, STG for Formal. They're still spawning in the back now, and they're looking to bring this back. And, well, just around to tie game if they can hold this. I don't think you're taking another crack now. I mean, you got to set up for the next hard point, especially with where the spawns are coming in. So a perfect opening hold for TK is followed up by a perfect hold for Optic Gaming.
And look at Scump now, 8-4 on a 5 streak. He's the one hitting towards middle map, wondering, you know, if he'll be the one to peek forward as he's trying to get closer and closer to these streaks.
And I feel like Scump's the one with the biggest room to improve based on how he started out this year. I mean, you've heard the frustrations just talking with him. He hasn't been the top player in the game that he expects to be. He's been flustered with some stuff with his play, and if he gets back to form, who the hell knows what this team can do.
I think you could say that about Karma as well, right?
Sure,
Karma is someone that has absolutely received some flack too in his performances so far in Call of Duty World War II. Entry kills coming in for Optic. That's one you'd love to see Crim 6 win. Unfortunately, though, Accuracy, again, a menace with that FG42 shuts him down. That's the Optic push thwarted. 25-second lead now for TK as they look to build back up to that 40-plus second lead they had earlier on.
Yeah, and I mean, you're seeing exactly why this map, well, that's an interesting spawn. Karma just pops in the back right behind it. They had some pressure up mid-map. There's not a lot of time left, but they're going to get the scrap time as a result. Yeah. And there's still members of TK spawning here, but you see a little bit of why this map is banned so frequently, whether it's the spawns being very difficult to control or how the back-and-forth nature of it. I mean, it's been an interesting opening to the game, but TK still in control from that first hard point, despite the fact Optic goes big in hard point number 2. Crim almost with a very quick 3-piece.
And look, we had Scump on a 5 streak earlier. Crim now on a 6 streak, and he'll earn the fighter pilot. Here's Optic's chance now to get their first lead of the game, 82-60. Curling the score. Crim just trying to play his life. I think he'll get away for a moment, but he should be cleaning up. There it is. Nice challenge from Theory to shut him down. As TK will break right back through Maven. This game's staying close.
I think last time, I remember casting Kenny on this map, I think he almost dropped 40. He took over on a map that's not the easiest for a submachine gun player, but right now, very, very rough game. Scump has been dominating with the SMG. Kenny has not been, well, as I say that, he picks up 2 kills, but slow start.
Crim just used his fighter pilot right there to try to break back in for the final 20 seconds of this hard point. Optic will really split the time, but for me, Is that worth it in your opinion? They can maybe save it for the next rotation towards the lower hill. Instead now, no streak to show for it.
Yeah.
He did die before he could earn anything else too.
Hey, do TK a bit of a favor there. And, you know, we talk about TK, a team that will be outslayed and still win hard points sometimes, but part of that is because they're very good, in my opinion, in not allowing people to get streaks. They don't give up a lot of streaks even when being outslayed, but Optics picked up some early. Granted, the fighter pilot used pretty early.
You see Optics positioning, trying to push up that outside ramp, and it's so tough when so many members of TK are staring down at it. Chino, the last player in the hard point. Now he's got help from Kenny watching over. As it looks like TK should outmuscle Optic Gaming here. There it is.
This is the TK money hill.
Yeah, right?
Top mid, man.
Have Optic gotten a second on this hard point so far this game?
If they did in the couple opening seconds to the second time through, but I don't think so. I think TK has just been destroying them here. Nice shots, though, there from Theory. You know, he's having to pick up a little bit of slack created by Kenny. Kenny's not finding the kills. Theory right there to pick it up.
Exact same scenario as last time, where Optic will have the spawns for the next hill. Down by about the same deficit, 40 seconds. As we'll see if this time around they can begin to mount this comeback. They are outslaying as well, Maven, and you touched on it, TK.
This is a TK stat line.
Yeah.
They're being outslayed. They're up 30 or so points.
It's like TK are doing something wrong if they're outslaying their opponents. I can't believe I'm actually saying that.
No, yeah, it's like half their wins in hardpoint they managed to pull off. I know we say it a lot, but they play the game the right way. Chino making it look nice with the FG42 as well. All of Optic Gaming just wiped off the board.
And that's a perfect break from TK. Absolutely perfectly done. They get pressure in towards ladder room with their submachine gun. Chino flanks with the FG for the spawns, and they'll get right back up to that 45-second lead. Again, Optic Gaming gonna rotate towards top side. Can they hold now for the full 60? It's been a tug of war so far, Maven, with really only one hill where time has been actually split, and that's at lower cannon hardpoint on the outside of the map.
Well, Optic will be set up for the next hardpoint. Krim trying to control top mid. Did TK earn any streaks yet? Do they have anything to try and burst through here? Is it all going to be, well, they just got 2 down, they're flying forward. Look how quickly they try to get ahead as Optic Gaming players now coming off a spawn. They're trying to contest, but nades from spawn come in. Formal's able to connect on one. Karma and Krim involved in the action as well. Back and forth we go, but the time's still going to Optic here at Castle Road.
This low spawn from Scump almost like helps Optic Gaming there because he gets this pinch onto the players pushing towards top middle. He's able to at least clean up one, give call-outs to his teammates on others, and now Krim, a 3-piece there to earn 2 streaks. He's 20-12 with 37 seconds in the hard point, and he's 1 kill off earning the artillery.
Well, Crimsick showing why even though Optic hasn't been performing that well, he has still been considered one of the top ARs in the game, and he is showing it now, cutting down everyone on TK. The streak up to 7. He's plus 10, fully streaked out, and a big part of the reason Optic Gaming may shortly be able to take over the lead.
But again, even with all the praise towards the slaying of Optic right now, it's TK tied still with the green wall. This is officially their first lead of the game. And we're almost through our second rotation. Scump trying to stay alive. Some great nades from accuracy. As I think Krim's hand's going to be forced. He's going to call on this glide bomb to try to push players out of this hard point. He'll get Kenny inside the hill, but there's a team kill from Formal as well.
And despite the streak, TK still doing what they can.
Second time he's called it a streak at this bottom turret hill.
Well, last time they at least got the 20 seconds here. They're not getting a whole lot of time at all.
Yeah, it's the same thing. It's kind of like an awkward split. Finally, it looks like they've actually pushed on through. But either way, you got to begin to question, was that worth it? It looks like right now it might just be, as Optic are pushing towards what could be a 20-second lead if they get the rest of this scrap time.
Well, I think the big thing here is going to be, we talk about the fact that TK wins more often than not when it's a close hardpoint. When it comes down the stretch, they make the big plays.
Yep.
But Optic's going to have streaks to work with here. And is that going to be the difference maker? If it's a close game, 10-point game, will one good streak use get the victory for Optic Gaming? Or can Team Kaliber hold off? But now Optic Gaming finally getting a big of a lead. They've been trailing throughout most of the game, now up 20.
Oh, but look, Formal now too. Yeah. He's earned 2 streaks. You've got Karma trying to get towards his 2 more engagement victories for him, and he's got Fighter Pilot as well.
And that's one of those things. You can get outslayed, but you can't give streaks to the entire team.
Yeah, and it's something that we kind of saw earlier in that in that hard point. Who was it? Where there was like 18 streaks earned. Oh, Rise Nation.
Oh, yeah.
Rise Nation, where they just got a ton of score streaks, and no matter what happened, there was no way Mindfreak would come back. 199 to 170. Scump now in the hill. Optic have eclipsed 200 seconds as they look to close the door on map 1.
Yeah, this is the first time that you see TK not at least completely destroying them here at Pit Center. A little bit more back and forth, and that's solely because of the streaks. When streaks weren't in play, Team Kaliber basically got every single second. But you find out streaks are sometimes the all-equalizer, and Krim does get a big kill in the back. But Chino's still there.
And where's the spawn going to come in for Krim? I think he's trying to wait out. He tried to wait out the kill cam, and yes, they will get the low side spawn because of where TK were. Oh, no. Optic's gonna flood on through. Karma kills accuracy. He's got help from Formal as well. The final 2 players from TK. They're on the low side, but who's this that's stuck in behind? It's Theory that's stuck in the back of the map for the spawns. And he's actually gonna get one. This is the chance for TK to stay in this game.
And there's still 35 seconds on this hard point.
Oh, yeah.
They can get this time. They kill Karma. There you go. The streak's gonna have to be used. So there's the fighter pilot. So you still have, what, a couple, I believe, for Krim. Everything now used from Formal. I don't think Karma picked up the streaks either. So if you're TK, that break forces a couple streak uses from the side of Optic Gaming. That really gives you a chance here, and you're going to retake the lead.
And again, they're going to get the scrap time. This will make it about a tied game. TK, because they have full peace of mind and knowing no one's here from Optic Gaming, they're going to wind up being able to just push right up the map as fast as possible. 211 to 207. TK going to bring it back within 1. They have no streaks to break, Maven. That is the toughest part of this retake scenario.
It was exactly tied heading into Castle Road. Here we go, though. Kenny and company trying to make a play. Formal holding. Accuracy wants to follow up from Team Kaliber. But Theory, though, I'm picking up time. Even though Optic Gaming has the spawns, this is going to be nuts.
Kenny trying to stay alive. No, they're all dead. And now look, Maven, they've got to cross the death bridge here on the outside lane. Karma's pushed top middle. Accuracy now dead. Artillery being dropped on the bridge. 3 kills there for Crim6. He's now 31 and 20. I just don't see how TK can do it. They're spamming smokes. They're trying to hit whatever lane. More streaks come in.
Just look at the kill feed. It's just streaks, streaks.
Goodness, everyone now positive on Optic Gaming. A fighter pilot as well. All 4 for Formal, as that's going to be a map 1 victory for Optic Gaming.
And that is the power of streaks. And it's like, was there one Team Kaliber streak earned the entire game?
No.
So you don't have, how are you supposed to win games? And granted, TK has done it sometimes.
They only lose by 35.
Yeah. Undefeated on LAN. I know it was one series, but overall they won that grand final. For me, they are still undefeated. But I mean, I don't know. What kind of tone does it set, I guess, if Optic just comes in here? Let's say they're at a 3-0 TK to kick things off. And TK has only lost like 1 series. Like, that's just, I mean, I don't know. I guess if you're an Optic fan, probably puts you in a pretty good mood to start off stage 1.
I think it's the exact thing they need after there has been a lot of critique and criticism of this team. We've seen some frustrations from Crim6 on Twitter about the lack of scrims going on for them and leading up into this. Coming out and beating in a dominant fashion, you know, the CWL Dallas and New Orleans Open champions.
And they're not there yet. They still got a lot to do.
Oh, 100%, 100%. But in regards to that question, yes.
Yeah,
I mean, talk about what Optic Gaming need right now for this squad.
Well, we talked about Theory. Theory with that first blood. He opens things up very, very quickly. It's 2v4 for Formal and Karma right away. Karma just goes right through the smoke. The stun or nade that comes through, though, slows him up right as he's about to hit that edge to actually pick up the kill. And that's an easy win for TK.
Chino knew the chance that there is for Optic to come back in that round is if they kill the guy going for the bomb plant and get away with their life. He just knows Krim had already got his teammate weak. He just holds the stun, throws it right as he thinks he's about to push. Nice play by him as TK strike first.
TK.
You see the smokes everywhere on the map? That's always the main focus.
All over. And Theory did get 2 kills in that one. I swear, if this is another game I cast with him getting streaks in the first couple of rounds in this map, I don't know how he's so good at it. But the way he goes back and forth between the sub and also the snipe keeps people on their toes. It looks like he's sniping. You can see him there on X-Ray. Smokes out, so that's gonna, doesn't affect it enough. Misses the snipe though.
And already some changes in sniper play since the change of the Car 98. So he's gonna try to watch over this B site first blood for Chino, and that's gonna force the bomb off from Optic Gaming.
That's a good call though. I mean, it's the first time we've seen like non-car really, right? Since the game's come out.
Yep.
At least that I've casted.
Karma is carrying that objective. Ooh, Formal.
Theory misses a close one. Formal on the other side misses a close one.
Karma, armored, scoped, Formal drops Kenny, and now that should be a bomb plant for Optic Gaming.
bomb getting planted now. It's going to be on Theory and Accuracy to try and make a play. You can see them both on the opposite side of A. Formal just backing up. He'll be responsible for watching the cross.
Oh, this is perfect for Scump.
And Scump may have a couple of easy ones soon.
Formal with his second snipe of the round. Scump with a free kill in front of him. Oh no. Oh!
It was free.
I knew it was free. Okay. For the people at home,
it looks awkward for a moment, then he's like, hold this.
Yeah.
That's one way to get it done.
He hit him in the wrist. Imagine that's how you die. You're just a soldier taking so much, and then you get hit by something that hurts a little bit too much, and that's it. Anticlimactic.
Around there for Optic Gaming, now tied up at 1-1.
It's incredible what happens when you have a sniper that gets 2 kills for you in a round, how much it just frees up your team to go for certain objectives.
Well, speaking of the sniper play, we'll get right back over. Formal, he had nothing in front of him. Karma making plays, bottom, middle. Scump involved in the action as well. Scump now on a 4 streak after his first death. He has not dropped. Accuracy, though, would have to pull off the 1 versus 3. And Scump gets some nice timing there, picks up the kill. 3 in that round, I believe, for Scump.
Yeah, the focus on bottom middle pays off for Optic Gaming there. He traded a kill with Theory, I believe. Helped Karma get the second, and then Accuracy gets spotted by the sniper of Formal, and Scump removes him. As right there, Karma, you saw him shoot the player running down the stairs, and then he started spraying at his right because he knew Scump had his cross to his left. So he just basically baited out that player for Karma to get the for Scump to get the second kill. And it's easy work from then on out. Love that teamwork from Karma and Scump in the round.
Well, Scump's going to grab the bomb as he is 125 off the fighter pilot.
Ooh.
Theory has an opening there, but not able to hit the shot. Optic really just going to work together to try and get this bomb down. They're going to know something's up now. And by something up, that's a big kill from Theory. How does Scump get taken out that 1 nade? What was his class?
Well, it might have been an assist from another nade from Accuracy.
I didn't see the other nade.
Can we go to Accuracy for a brief moment? Does he? Yeah, Accuracy.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. I didn't see the other nade. I was like, how is he going for streaks here and bomb planting gets taken out by 1? That makes a lot more sense.
Karma by himself, 1 versus 4. That's not a winnable gunfight. TK will strike back. It's funny. Typically, when you go for those smokes, and you try to go for a free bomb plant, you wait out a nade or 2, and then you go in.
Well, it could end up being a costly mistake. I mean, he gets that down. I believe he picked up the fighter pilot and the glide bomb.
Yep. And maybe they're going next level with the meta, where they're thinking TK are going to think that Optic won't plant right away. You know what it's like? It's almost like they're outthinking themselves because Optic know that. I mean, typically the strategy is, smoke goes down, you throw the nades, you hope that you either A, pick the guy up, or B, force him off the site. There, Scump just like tries to plant and just dies. One plant off streaks.
Well, now TK's turn on offense. Still all tied up here. If you're just tuning in, I recommend watching the hard point as well, as that was a very back and forth affair. A crazy finish in that as well. Karma's going to have Snipe out here to work with. I believe from Formal's positioning, he has it as well. Yep, so 2 snipers right now for Optic Gaming. And Chino should be dead.
Oh!
Able to hit it.
Now that can be wall bang, that wall, but oh my goodness, Chino. Look, Formal's ready for it this time. He's holding the breath.
He's flirting with death.
Waiting. Oh my gosh!
Chino so close to death many times.
Okay, now look, you're not getting away with this over and over, Chino.
Oh, imagine if Chino then just ripped him right there. That would have been such a funny battle.
Formal's weak bottom middle. I think they're going to focus on trying to remove him. Yeah, you can see Accuracy on the stairs. They're watching both exits. Formal and Karma up against Accuracy, Chino, and Theory. 17 seconds left. Theory should be dead. But now it's Formal all by himself as Karma gets eliminated.
Well, he's at least able to pick up an FG.
Chino has just shoulder peeked this back plat area for the last minute and a half. And
Chino's wasted half of Formal's round.
Oh my God, 1v1. Formal's brought it down to a 1v1.
He knows where Chino is.
And he knows Chino's going to have to check this bomb at some point. Chino's going to get panicked. He's going to push on forward. Formal's here holding the angle. Formal with the kill onto Chino. And the clutch with the final 3 kills. You see the smiles there for Optic Gaming.
I mean, he gave accuracy.
What did accuracy just do?
Yeah, let him give him a haircut. I mean, what's funny is he clutches that after Chino wasted a solid minute and 15 seconds of Formal's life throughout that round.
That was just one where like, I was almost like not believing what I was just seeing. It was like, did it feel like time froze when accuracy was fighting him right there? Like, it was like they had a truce.
I started like crouch, crouch.
Let Formal get the kill. Okay. Wow, that could not have been worse for TK as Formal, who's pinned in top window, cleans up both kills and now swings the round in favor of Optic Gaming.
And sometimes that's just the skill of Optic Gaming. You know, TK sometimes, you know, like the hard point, that's a match where they'll end up pulling it out. A round like that, that's just a round they're going to win. But then you see the flashes from players in Optic.
That's like an example of a round that just didn't go in Optic Gaming's favor ever at NOLA, right? Like a play like that, we just didn't have many moments like that. As now Formal will continue this streak. He's now 7-2.
He's got 4 or 5 snipes now, right?
Yeah.
Well, with the FG, got 3, so 4.
Oh, again, another player on Optic who was an engagement victory off streaks. Drops before he can earn them.
Well, for as many streaks as they earned into the hard point, they've done a bad job of at least closing them out here. Bomb been planted by Karma. 3 versus 3 scenario. Watching accuracy. Is he going to be hurt? He's moving his way up. Crim's got the position, saves Karma's life there. Now a 2v3. They were just 1v3'd by Formal. They'd like a little bit of revenge here, but bomb down. Time not on their side.
And Scumps is going to play this late flank. He's going to close out this round right here, I think. Here's one. Gets the help from Karma. Nobody on bomb. This round is done.
Kenny, just not enough time to work with. Tries to fly out. Yeah, his only chance there is somehow fly out, snap on one. Other challenges.
Scumps controller needs to be unplugged.
Yeah.
His only chance there is literally if both players are standing on top of each other. There was 13.
You would have had to have a real poor play from Optic to somehow lose that round.
As Kenny so far has been not really a factor in the search and destroy. The sniper's got him, I think, 1 kill, but that's about it.
And he wasn't very Kenny-esque in that game 1 either.
Yeah.
Well, at least you know, through the first half or so.
Formal 7-3. I think he's had almost a snipe in every single round. He's expecting Chino to shoulder peek this left side.
And you think about, like, in map 1, you know, Scump goes off, that other SMG, Kenny has a slow game. Here, when Kenny's trying to snipe, Formal's going off with the sniper. They've neutralized him a bit just by the good play of a couple players in Optic Gaming.
Here's the smoke. Accuracy. This is a spot that we've seen them use last time. You plant on this deep left side of A. Look at this. And this can be spotted now all the way from the back plat. Watch what Kenny does. Look at your minimap. Look at the number 4. He's falling as far back as possible. There's a snipe onto Krim. Good luck defusing this bomb, Optic Gaming. Good luck.
Well, Formal, you got a 1v3 to your name. Can you make a 1v4? No. Dropped, and that's a good round there from TK.
That's one of my favorite strategies on offense on this map. How many times we see the smokes come in and you plant like in that deep right corner of the bomb by that hop-up area? There, TK, they let accuracy just crawl on out, gets the plant, and once that happens, I mean, Kenny can go as far back as possible and snipe that bomb over and over.
You just got to wonder how important this series is to Optic. You know, they have been the top team for so long, and has it been all about Team Kaliber to open this season? They want this badly.
Yeah. But you also think if Optic beat this team, it kind of gives them the validation again, like, guys, we are the 4 of the best players. We're the 4 winningest players in Call of Duty history. And like, let's snap out of this funk we've been in.
Maybe ego is not the right word, but those 4 players certainly aren't lacking in confidence.
Oh, God, no, I'll say it. They all have 4 massive egos.
Well, maybe feeding the ego here if they can keep this going, but just a 1-round lead right now. Scump trying to come out and make plays. Tags up Theory as well. Had some bullets left in the clip. Theory trying to hit the snap onto him, not able to do it. And that's round number 5.
That challenge sums up Scump's ego. Theory sniping, forget it. Just flies out, hits the shots. No, that's a one that he just kind of goes for, and it pays off there. Theory was trying to hold the angle, but again, Optic now up 5-3, 1 round away from going up 2-0 in our best of 5.
Let's see if TK can go back-to-back rounds, at least push this to around 11.
And again, we know how good TK is at USS Texas. What a map this would be for Optic Gaming.
It would be. It would be. And going to Flak, again, Team Kaliber has been a little bit up and down, at least the last few times I've casted them there.
Both teams actually have.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Accuracy with a first blood. trying to spot him through. At least able to get one hit marker is Chino, but the smoke making his life difficult. The man advantage for Team Kaliber, gone. Scump picks up a kill. Theory, though, gives it right back to him. Kenny pushing forward with the pistol, should be able to get the kill there. Chino actually picks off his head through the window, and now we've got ourselves a one-on-one.
Another 1v1 for Scump, and he expects Chino to be right here. You know Formal is calling out Chino to be in this spot. 1v1, the issue is, though, Chino has to plant the bomb, and I think Scump is going to let him make the first move. Why not, right? He knew the bomb is down near A. There's 35 seconds left. Make Chino leave that power position with the AR.
And another question here, do you want to maybe let Chino plant and get the kill in the defuse? You're very close to streaks again.
Yeah, actually, that's true. If you let Chino plant and then get the defuse, maybe the game is over.
Oh. I'm thinking about how he's close to
You
streaks
jackass.
again. All I can think is he's on his second 5 streak, and maybe he'll get streaks this time.
Maybe Pooh needs a nap. Yeah, smart.
Hey, I've had a head cold for a week.
Yeah, jeez. There's a challenge. And look, he's going to get to the defuse. This was so smart for Scump.
He has the streaks for game 3.
Oh, my God. There we have it, folks. Scump drops 12 and 4. As Optic Gaming start the CWL Pro League with a 2-0 map count lead over TK in this best of 5.
And Scump's had 2 very good maps.
Yes.
I mean, he handled TK
look at that.
1. Map 2, he goes off. And this is one of the first times you're TK and you're thinking about losses.
That is some of the most negative emotion I've seen from Chino.
From this team?
From this team. TK right now, they're getting tested to start the CWL. TK have faced some adversity. We'll see if they can turn things around here. Will this be a sweep? This would be the first time TK have been swept in Call of Duty World War II.
We talk about Kenny maybe being the best in the game right now. Team Kaliber needs that Kenny here if they're going to win this. Unfortunately, Kenny's run into one of the all-time greatest Call of Duty players in Scump during this series, and Scump has had his way with the team.
Look at this play from Formal. He's running armored. He's expecting the stun to come in on the flag. It lets him grab it and at least try to get away, but Theory, the 2-piece there, should shut it down. He caught up with Airborne, so pros and cons. He's running armored, but Theory can catch him because of the Airborne class.
Yeah, we were talking about that on, I think, London Docks, about why we didn't see maybe a little bit more armor, but it's just the speed of Airborne is so crucial in CTF, especially on a map like this. You get out, you can score very, very quickly, but right now, Optic Gaming have a 2-0 edge. They want the 3-0. They feel the 3-0. I want to hear it from the guys. Let's toss this to an Astro. Listen in.
I spawned outskirts, dude. I spawned outskirts.
One shot outside their mid. Dead. Let's go, babe. Let's go.
You ever kill Chain?
Yo, I'm close to streaks here. Oh, shit. Help me, guys. Oh, I died.
I think he's stuck in our base. Everyone play slow.
They're left. Lamar, he's to their
outside their base,
outside their mid.
3 at their base. Yeah, look for Chino.
Yeah,
I'll tell you where I spawn. No, I spawned left.
One shot, wood stack. Okay, one's pushing, 2 right. One, I think
right, I'm going mid then.
Yeah. Damon's 20 seconds.
Going outskirts.
Oh, he's seen me. Chino's one shot on me.
Where? I got you.
Nice, dead.
Behind us, our green.
Kenny. Pillar.
Watch out, our P1, outside, our side. He's one shot, bottom gun, right here.
He's going under
right here.
Nice. One was our mid.
Good trade. Probably our mid. Rotate back. Matt, sneak.
Already here. He's through already. Kenny, going to the flag. You know,
he went back right.
He's one shot.
Top right gun.
Big one.
He's under J-cap. He's right here still.
Top gun, absolutely.
Oh, dude.
Fuck. He went Jens.
There's 2. No, there's one more. He's going Jens, going wood quick, going wood quick.
Yeah, they're gonna get that.
Get right.
Kenny's gonna have streaks.
Yeah, he is.
Woo. Optic with some furious call-outs, but Kenny just took control of the base. A 5 streak there, and Scump said it best. He's gonna have streaks, and he sure as hell does.
And that's exactly what I said to open the game. Like, they need this Kenny. Kenny that goes on 5 streak. The Kenny that gets full streaks. Kenny that makes plays to get the score. The Kenny that's snapping. They need it, and right now they're certainly getting it. And I just don't think you've really seen it yet in this series until this map.
No, totally not. This is absolutely the best Kenny has looked so far in the series. Chino on a 3 streak of his own. TK struck first. Can't get the kill there. But either way, the fighter pilot now going to come in as well. He's going to clean up 2, and he's looking for more.
It'll end it 2.
Oh my God.
Chino wants 2 of his own. He's got some streaks to work with. He's got the flag, and you know, I mentioned the fact that TK have been a little bit up and down. We saw them in the series earlier versus Era, not looking incredible here, but wow, they are throttling Optic right now.
This is just a stop as Kenny gets 2 more. Kenny 13 and 4. Chino now with full streaks on a 5 streak of his own.
I mean, Karma's got 2 kills. Formal's got 3. and Kenny's got 13.
TK did this to Optic on this exact map and game mode combination at Dallas. It was just a complete destruction in favor of TK.
Dallas, I thought they were very good at it. New Orleans, so I don't know. I at least casted a couple where they looked shaky. But
look at how awkward this is.
Not the word I'd use to describe it right now.
Look at how awkward this is. You've got like all these streaks available. You've got everyone kind of pushing on in. They keep losing these intense gunfights. Krim just trying to hold this front push. He's actually expecting to get flanked, and little does he know, he's got nothing to worry about. Krim gets another. Accuracy with one. That could just be the saving grace for TK. They're trying to go for this return from both sides. Scump challenges Theory. Theory, though, gets the return. So TK should be able to stop this next push from Optic Gaming.
Chino, Kenny, slowing it down. Now it's really just Formal. He's dead. Good defensive clear. All three players from Optic get shut down. Now they're going to be staggered a little bit as Krim will fall. That allows you to really get forward. Now 3 players from TK go on the attack.
Kenny, if he keeps this up, could reach 40 kills this game. He's 16-6. 4 times the amount of kills of Karma.
Well, this is a map and mode that, well, map more specifically, just really fits his strengths.
100%. 100%. This Flag Tower was made for players like Kenny.
Absolutely true. Well, 20 seconds now remaining in the first half. It's been all TK. Let's see if maybe Scump can make a play here to tack on some points at the end. But as I say that, everybody...
It's actually the other way around.
Defensive clear, and yes, this might be a flagpole. It's going to be accuracy grabbing it. Accuracy can't get away, but you're still waiting for multiple players from Optic Gaming to pop with 5 seconds left. TK want to get another touch, but Formal holding strong on defense, and that'll take us to the half.
What's funny is right there, if you're Optic Gaming and you have someone kind of further pushed up the map and you're not all being killed in your base, you actually should leave the flag off the peg. Let your guy try to go for a pull to see if you can get that extra minute of time to go for a cap. There, because they have nobody pushed up out of their base, it's better just to reset the flag and instead eliminate the chances of TK getting a 3rd cap on the board.
Well, Optic looking to take this game and enjoy a 3-0 sweep. TK trying to push it the distance. TK has lost 1 series on land. Could this be number 2?
TK are outslaying by 14 kills right now, and wow, Kenny just melted Scump with the hip fire right there. When they're outslaying like this and they've got all the map positioning they could ever want, you expect them to win Flag Tower CT.
Yeah, you would certainly think so, but there's a lot of time left here in the second half.
TK are a team that do the right things when they don't have the kills in their favor and can still win maps. They're disgusting when they have the kills in their favor to just smoke series.
Absolutely true. Krim touches it for a moment, but Kenny is there to chop him down. Flag can be returned at any time for Team Kaliber. Accuracy somehow gets right through up to mid-map. There's one coming off spawn. That'll be Krim. Krim's not even gonna be ready for this at all.
No.
He's got pistol out, just trying to get back into his base. That's an easy pull for accuracy. It should be a standoff. You've got another flag out for Optic. I feel like Optic has to win this particular stand. They need to get a cap on through here.
I don't think there's gonna be one. Kenny just got the kill on the flag. Kenny will get the return. No! Glide bomb now being called in. Krim will stay alive too. What a play from Krim. Can he grab this flag in time? It looks like he will. They've spotted the nade from middle. Krim, though, gets killed by Chino. There's the return. And the capture, TK up 3-0.
Still 3.5 minutes, but that's a big one. That's a big sequence there for Team Kaliber. That 3-0 scoreline looks a whole hell of a lot more safe than a 2-1 edge. But here we go. It's a flag grab, and this is looking pretty good for Optic Gaming. You got Krim 6 mid-map.
Wait, what was that streak? What was that streak right there from TK?
Oh, where'd it go?
Did he just panic use a streak on the...
Was it like an artillery on the top?
I don't know if I just missed something or that was a blunder from TK.
I'll have to go back and watch that, yeah. I was so focused on the flagpole.
I think he just meant to call that in on his flag and panicked and used it on the wrong side of the map.
We'll have to go back and look at that one. But there is still a fighter pilot here for Chino, but as quickly as the cap goes through for TK, it seems Optic Gaming puts one on the board almost instantly.
So these are the waves of kills that Optic have been struggling to get so far this map. Now they need to get them. They earn at least 2. Krim now dead. They've spotted Chino. Chino gets 2 though. Will this be a pull for the side of Optic Gaming? It looks like Scump will get it out. He gets behind cover, and now he's off to the races. Theory does have airborne, so he should be able to catch up, and he wins the gunfight for Scump. Another example of Theory's airborne being the saving grace right there.
Yeah, I almost thought once Theory fired kind of on accident and gave away his position, I thought Scump was going to challenge that. But he just tried to get out
No, he did turn around at the last moment.
Oh, he did? Oh, did okay.
But it was one of those things where Scump was challenging from like the top of the ramp. And
Yeah.
He just kind of had the cover of the ramp and just lost. No, Scump did wind up turning around and challenging it.
I thought he was going to like insta-challenge that. But still, 2 minutes to go. Down 2. Crim6 and Optic on the offensive again. There's the opening pick from Formal.
And what's crazy,
Another
too,
kill from Formal.
I think they run straight at these guys right here. Yeah, I think you run straight at these final players of TK. Another streak was already used, so there's barely anything left from these streaks earned earlier on. You can see one player calling in the fighter pilot. Krim will get behind cover. Artillery now used. This is really... Oh my god, he does get killed by it. Kenny with the kill with artillery. Theory with another. 3 down on Optic. Formal, the last chance, comes up off spawn. Gets at least one. He's trying to go for the flag. It's not going to happen. Kenny now pushing on in. Krim's going to grab it. Krim with the capture through the artillery, and now Optic are back within 1 with a minute left.
Here we go. The final minute is they're trying to tie it up. Kill for Scump, and look at that number 3 on the minimap starting to move forward. That's going to be Formal. Looking to hit the attack already, but nope, the defense too strong from Team Kaliber. They at least hold that wave. 2 members of Optic now coming off spawn.
Are there any streaks left for TK? Can we quickly swap through? None for Theory, none for Chino, a glide bomb for Kenny, and nothing for accuracy. Optic have made it through the worst so far, from down by 3 to now just a 1 flag game. Crim6 pulls it on out. He does get killed instantly. It's all down to just Formal, who's pushed up on the map.
And he's got to kind of stay alive.
Nope, he's dead instantly.
Had nothing he could do there, at least able to pick up a kill, but now everybody coming off a spawn. You need basically a perfect defensive hold here from Optic and immediately to get across the map. They're just trying to sprint across. Theory's just waiting for him patiently. Heads up play there. They clean up the player in the base as well. 15 seconds remaining. It's going to be Karma and Formal as the last hope here for Optic Gaming in map 3.
Formal, the furthest pushed up, 7 seconds left. There is no way. TK went up 3-0. Optic made it close, but the use of streaks and some great stops will keep TK alive in this series. We're going to a game 4.
You're welcome.
London Docks hardpoint, here we go. Can TK keep the reverse sweep dreams alive, or will Optic Gaming shut the door here?
It's just like, you know, how perfect would that be to fit the narrative of what the first couple months have been? Like, it felt so lopsided for Optic early. You know, the story we're telling, the tone we're pushing is, Optic, proving they belong again. And then if TK were to come in reverse sweep and win in game 5 in some dramatic fashion, wouldn't it just be like, oh, of course?
Yeah. Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. Here we go. Formal. Let's watch him off the break. As Optic Gaming will be pushing through beer. Here come the flurry of nades off spawn.
And it looks like for now he is still going to have this AR in hand. So maybe it's a change they're discussing and not quite ready to do it yet. Because from what I've seen at least, nothing's changed from a loadout perspective too much for these guys.
Woo! Well, said let's watch Formal, and there's a 2-piece from him. Optic Gaming, they've got every lane watched. This is a start they want to have. Karma already pushing the fire, and again, woo, it's all green in the kill feed right now. As they start off with an overall KD of 7, now 8-1.
And now if you're TK,
9-1.
Can weather the storm here. Just don't give up streaks to everyone. And Formal starting to work towards them. Scump going to be halfway there as well. So you do take out Formal. Scump, though, still a nuisance on the map mid-cut as he's going to wrap out towards Cole. They're looking to set up on the street here for the next hard point. 15 seconds remaining top middle. Optic looks to be giving that up entirely.
Look at where these
now, okay, so now Formal pulls out the PPSH. So maybe it's actually
hill-based.
A little more hill-based. Could be. Curious to see how that develops as it goes on, but we'll have to wait and see here. Krim trying to make plays in the back. Karma comes over and helps him from the box. Krim actually gets both kills there. The nade coming in.
And look at where Scump's pushed up all the way to. He's hitting underpass. They've got this so far pushed out. This is the best setup you could ask for if you're Optic Gaming.
Unfortunately, he's pushed up so far, you can see where Crim6 then pops. That might end up hurting him a little bit. I mean, you spawn TK out on the left side.
That was more because TK had a challenge at the back box. They had already killed him there. So there was already pressure on that side. He shouldn't have spawned on that back side of the map. So you can make an argument either way, but there it's mainly due to the part that TK did a great job of at least picking the first anchor off that power position, giving them a chance now to push into this hill. Krim should be dead momentarily, as Kenny's there with the submachine gun.
And now this next part point's going to be the interesting one from TK. I mean, that is where in the grand final, they destroyed LG.
Yeah.
Absolutely destroyed them. They made the dock hard point their home. It was all Team Kaliber. I believe it was something like 110-10, the scoreline here. Let's see if they're going to be able to do a little bit of that. Unfortunately for them, there's already 2 members of Optic Gaming set up inside. They rotate early. They've got mid-map control. This looks very good for Optic.
Oh, yeah. Another hill where they set up and it pays off. And that's what Optic Gaming fans want to see. Karma said on Twitter, you know, they just did not rotate enough in New Orleans. Now they're making adjustments. 48-42 the score. Kenny top middle tries to challenge Formal, and yeah, you'll have to back down from him, pal.
And it wasn't just not rotating. Sometimes it was like, let's say Formal would rotate first. It's almost like he would get anxious and he'd want to go push out more and find a kill and end up punishing him.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit of patience, a little bit of discipline. They're looking good right now, though.
Karma was on a 5 streak, did finally fall. But either way, every player on Optic positive. We saw the same thing in map 1, Maven, when Optic took that one.
Well, we've seen what's going right for Optic, at least here early. Let's hop over. Can we go to maybe Chino right now? He's on a 2 streak, and I want to see what he's getting done in the hard point. Yeah, everybody's sitting negative right now for Team Kaliber. I kind of want to see it from their angle a little bit, just see what's going wrong.
Ooh, accuracy challenges Karma. He will get the back spawn, so this is the kind of chance now for TK to begin to fight back in this game. They're only down by 9, but as I say that, it's a 2-piece nade kill from Karma.
There's still one here, though. That's Theory.
Oh, Karma's snapping right now.
Karma right now, 13-6, 3 in a row, and he's sort of been like, almost like we talk about Theory at times. Theory will have some slow games, and when Theory is playing very well and finding kills, they start to blow people out.
Still, everything being considered, it's only an 8-point game right now.
Right,
It's the most TK thing ever.
Yeah, what was the first game? The total, I can't remember the total outslay, but...
It's a 17 kill difference right now between Optic Gaming and TK are going to have the lead going into the next hill.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I mean, don't get me wrong, as a commentator, you love to see the big kills, the flashy plays, the streaks, all that, but it's just so impressive to me that you can get outslayed, outshot in a first-person shooter, and you're still in games or winning games more often than not.
I spoke too soon. Optic decided to go for one more push for the scrap time, and I believe it was Scuff who got the kill to at least keep them up by 20 seconds. TK are here at Crane. They haven't been able to get into the hill comfortably yet because of this lower docks push from Optic Gaming. Finally, the kill feed goes all blue, which will let accuracy hop in towards that hard point. He's got Cheeto watching over with the FG. Kills being traded so fast. Really, this is split time so far, Maven.
Yeah, Crane, I mean, if you're talking about the last hard point, the second hard point, they can be messy sometimes. It's like hard to find the person to go to between nades coming in or the long sight lines that you have to actually pick up kills near the hard point. But right there, it was 3 kills coming through for Optic Gaming. They'll be able to rack up a bit of time, but with only 15 seconds left,
I mean,
we'll start thinking about mid-map for our second rotation.
This has been interesting because TK have had the spawns for this entire time on this hill and have only gotten about 10 seconds off of it. If anything, Optic are going to split this time with them. Still considering they did not have any spawn pressure, I think it's just a testament to the amount of slang that they've shown up with so far on this map.
That's certainly true. Over the 100-point mark first will be Optic Gaming. And now into our second set of rotations. The kill feed very, very green right now. Crim's found a couple of kills in a row. But the big difference here between Game 1 and Game 4, I don't think really any streaks have been earned from Optic Gaming, correct?
No. Yeah. If Optic, though, keep at this pace, they will outslay TK by 40 kills on this map, which would be one of the larger differences I've seen so far in Call of Duty World War II. Karma expecting players to push through beer. Kenny trying to get set up for this next hill, and he's actually going to force Scump to fall on back. They've got to focus this area. A nice reaction there from the red-headed freak himself. 20-second difference. Again, TK going to keep this one close.
They're never buried. And now they've hit eclipsed 100 as well. But again, very green on the kill feed. And you take a look at that bottom right side of the minimap that you want to control, and it's going to be all Optic. And again, this time it's actually Formal pushing up very far. I believe it was Scump almost near underground last time. And you're spawning all the way at the top of street.
Look at this. This is a smart play from Optic. They've gotten the call up that all 4 players are here, and look at how they've changed their setup. They don't even have a player on the back box where you normally keep someone. They flooded this side out. They overwhelmed TK. And if Karma can get back here in time, he should be able to at least get one. Finally, now TK have a chance. A little bit too slow on Optic Gaming getting back towards that power position.
Yeah, I mean, Karma, he connects with his grenade he throws before that. He might really be able to make a play, but I think he kind of split them as they were coming over. Ultimately, only got 1 kill.
Maybe if TK get this time, they will have the lead.
It's just... It never ceases to impress me.
Right? It's actually unbelievable how just like in map 1, in which there was 4 players positive on Optic and only a 30-second difference now. It's again the same scenario. This time it's TK in the lead.
I wonder what it feels like, you know, to be like on the Optic side of that too, though. And like, you know, you feel like you're winning, right? You're getting a lot of kills. You know you're out slaying. Like, it feels like you're doing well, but then you look at the scoreline, you're like, what the hell? Like, why won't TK go away?
Yeah. Again, it's happening here. Scump playing top middle. Formal now dead. Scump the last one alive. It's shots from Chino. He's on a 3 streak. Chino trying to push forward. Krim in the corner, just holding the angle. He's got help from 2 more teammates. It's now Optic Gaming will clean house.
Yeah, they answer right back. Theory will be the last one here, just trying to contest on this backside. Nice job.
Like, this is an example, though. How annoying is this? That was, you know, 6 more seconds that Optic won't have. And when the game's this close, it makes all the difference.
How many times do you see Theory do something like that, though?
Yeah.
Whether it's this map, you know, St. Marie, we've seen him do it a ton of times, just being a pest and contesting.
And this is a testament right here to TK and how crafty they get. They had a terrible setup that entire time on lower docks. But because they contest for so long on that hill, they at least keep this game within reach, right? They don't give up 45, 50 seconds. They don't have any setup they want. They barely have a presence top middle. They're getting killed over and over on the cross, but they at least only give up about 25 seconds on that hard point.
Well, now here we go. Into beer. 2 players spawn at the top for Optic Gaming. Unfortunately for them, accuracy set up.
Oh
with
my
the FG,
God.
picks up both. And now they need a hold here to take the lead. This is the hard point where Optic Gaming could have started to really put him away. But TK get all the kills. And now we may have another lead change here. We will.
18 kill difference in favor of Optic, and TK still have this game tied on up. Take notes, folks, on just how TK are able to do this over and over. As it's Kenny soaring on in, 2 from him. Krim the last alive. Optic will get the close spawn, but again, even if they get the scrap time, they're only up by 20 seconds.
TK sticking around. Another game that looks to go down the stretch. And again, the big thing here in game 1 down the stretch, Optic had a barrage of streaks to use. They do not have that luxury here. Is this another one of those hard points that TK takes over late?
There hasn't been a single streak this game.
Not that I've seen, no. And I mean, I miss a lot though sometimes.
You do. Karma flanking from this top side. TK, this is a hole in their setup. They have no idea. Chino now watching, will get the kill. A quick trade from Optic Gaming. Another lead switch in favor of TK now. Again, Optic up 2-1 in this best of 5. TK trying to keep the reverse sweep alive. Chino continues to assist his teammates on these close range gunfights.
We're trying to push into fire, trying to line up Karma with 2 big kills. Accuracy trades it out. I thought maybe Karma, he pushes through, gets those 2. Maybe they can affect the spawns, but still spawning in the back is going to be TK.
Look at all the kills. No time has been earned for Optic Gaming. No, not a second of time. Even with all of these kills, TK are still going to get at least a split time with Optic Gaming here. Look, a team kill from Formal. It was all green in the kill feed, and still they don't get a second.
Team Kaliber up 14 now. We're into our 3rd set of rotations up top middle. It was Crim6 inside of the hard point. He's going to have to duel with Chino. Theory come up the steps to try and make a play as well. Nice shots there onto the weak player and fire. How does he end up with both?
I have no idea. Every player on Optic Gaming getting close to that 30 kill mark. A ridiculous stat to see. Game clock down to just 1 minute and 20 seconds. As Chino just continues to at least trade kills until his teammates can come off spawn. Formal now 40 and 28.
40 bomb, looking for a 50 bomb. Back and forth, the score goes.
With an SMG.
Yeah, I mean, people forget back in Ghost, he was quite good with a sub in his hand, even before the Vector took over. 200 to 200. We've got 10 seconds left here at the statue.
TK being outscored by 26 kills will have a 10+ second lead going into this next hill.
Optic have the spawns. Number 7 on the minimap is Chino, though. Maybe he can make a play and disrupt as he checked the close corner. He's able to get some shots. Actually does finish off Scump before Chino then is able to trade it out. And the hard point is Optic Gaming. TK need to break here. Optic technically, I believe, come exactly when.
This is huge now from Kenny. He's broken the spawns. The flood goes in.
My God.
It's TK with the break. It doesn't matter how many waves of kills you get, Optic. TK get the clutch kills to give them a chance in this game. They're now within 32 seconds of forcing them at 5.
Kenny Chino going big. Theory, though, with the team kill. As soon as Kenny makes a play, he's going to be taken out.
They're all here.
15 seconds remaining. This should be going to Team Kaliber. We got to hop over to the Doc's hardpoint because this is going to be big. Accuracy has already picked up one. That nade looked to be right onto Karma, but he is able to stay up. 2 players now set up in Doc's. Chino trying to push through and find a kill maybe here on the Crim 6. Shots look on, but Crim able to get his head.
What? What?
The hip fire wizard.
That's just Kenny summed up in a play. Formal with 2 more. He's at 46 kills, trying to do whatever he can to get Optic Gaming to win this series. They do not want to go to a Game 5. Scrappy play as teams are flooding from both sides of the hill. TK continuing to contest. Chino gets both, but he's getting pinched. Optic should get this time. They're still down by 5 seconds.
And it's just Crim now. Off of the races we go. Hitting mid-map is Optic Gaming. Swarming from both sides will be Team Kaliber. 2 kills go to Optic Gaming. Optic back in the lead, 238 to 236. Fury trying to pick up 2, but Formal gets the better of me. Now has 49 kills. Where's number 50?
They have to push towards this hard point. Optic Gaming can win here. No one's close enough. OG in the end will finally get it done as Scump gets up out of his seat and lets him know, screaming, let's go, 250 to 236. Let Formal run the SMG more. He just dropped 50 kills.
And I'm not surprised at all. We know he can do it with any weapon. I know if you're newer to Call of Duty esports, maybe you haven't seen it, but my God, and this was almost vintage Optic like last year. Scump took over some maps. Formal took over there.
My goodness.
The slaying gods went off, and TK, I mean, they're going to have a couple losses like that. It's just still crazy to me how close it is, considering they basically withstood a 50 bomb.
I just couldn't stress it enough, right? I kept counting up and just keeping a tally. I think the closest and worst it got was a 28 kill difference. And TK only lose by 14 seconds. They just always get the kills that are most important to securing time. They do such a great job of contesting the hill. If you remember that 250-249 comeback they had to win in that grand final against LG, think of the contest plays that were made to keep them alive on that lower docks hard point. They were doing it again there. Finally, in the end, Optic Gaming swing it in their favor.
Yeah, and I think there's positives maybe to take from both sides. If you're Optic, it's obvious. You know, you want revenge here. You want to take out the back-to-back champs. But if you're TK, even though you lost, you withstood some crazy performances from Optic Gaming, and all those games were so close. It's like your first series, like real series, lost kind of on LAN outside of the LG. Shrug it off. Team Kaliber's an incredible team. That's all there is to it. Yeah. But right now, Optic was better, and I would love to just cast these guys play each other like 10 series in a row.
Oh, it's a ton of fun. It's a ton of fun. That's a series win for Optic Gaming. We've got to hear from the man himself, Crim 6, on the main stage with Jess.
That's right. We are here with Crim 6. Now, that was a fantastic comeback, if I may call it that. First, I have to ask, Map 1, that was the only second time we've seen a Gibraltar map be played today. So I wanted to ask, in your opinion, why do you think players have been avoiding playing on Gibraltar, or is it just that the other maps are preferred?
Yeah, that's basically it. Other maps are preferred. You know, Gibraltar, that was actually the first time we played that on LAN. It used to be our least confident hardpoint. And I think that, you know, throughout the past couple weeks, I don't know if our other hard points have gotten worse, but we just felt like pretty comfortable on it. And I think that, you know, we just basically we didn't play into their hands. We wanted to play a map that, you know, they might be uncomfortable on, but we, you know, it is what it is. But, you know, Gibraltar hardpoint, fun map.
Well, and
it's a fun random map.
And speaking of those hard points, both of those hard points were so close. So in a hard point that is that close, where there's just a ton of back and forth, what is the key to tipping the scales in your team's favor?
I think just taking your time, especially in this game. It's a little bit different throughout each Call of Duty, but in this game, you know, if you really take your time, if you make the smart play, basically if you let them like make the mistake in these hectic situations, like you always win it. So I think that that's what TK was so good at the last 2 previous events. And, you know, we watched that, we saw that, and we just basically adjusted.
Now, finally, you guys are arguably one of the best teams that has ever played Call of Duty, and yet you had a disappointing performance in New Orleans. Now, what happened in the last week and a half? Did you know, since coming back from the event, you beat the 2-time Open champions Team Kaliber. Did you just get that much better in the week and a half, or would you maybe consider your performance there to be a fluke?
You know, I think Dallas, we got 3rd. We could have won that. I think just simple mistakes, especially the first series versus TK. But The last event was just a mess. You know, we had a long time to practice, but we really didn't get good practice in, so we didn't really know like the roles of our teammates and, you know, what we were going to use. So I think we sort of figured that out. We sort of watched other teams play, sort of copied what they did, but, you know, we played at a different pace than other teams. We play just at a higher individual skill, you know, but at the end of the day, you know, it just came down to like teamwork, and I think that's what this game's all about.
Well, either way, congratulations. You guys did great. For now, back to Ben at the desk.
Thank you very much, Jess. Great to hear from Krim. And you hear Krim himself kind of talk a little bit about the Optic Gaming role crisis and what it was like after a disappointing last event. But Formal running a sub, I mean, right there seems like it could be a good thing, Joe.
Yeah, I mean, when I teamed with Formal, he ran a sub. He was great.
Right? Jumps out of kills. Makes life very easy, that's for sure. But congratulations, Optic Gaming, of course, come out, cause quote-unquote upset, if you will, especially when you base it off seed. But we know how capable the squad is of doing wonderful things. So we'll go ahead and break down this series. Of course, it all started with Map 1, Hardpoint Gibraltar. And this was a pretty slow start here for Kenny.
I think so. I think this is the difference maker. You look at Scump's stat line throughout these replays, an absolute beast so far. And really, this is what we talked about, you know? If you're an SMG player, you're able to push out certain cuts, you can make plays happen. Kenny on the other side, 5 and 12 at this point, really just not a Kenny game. He is the star of this team. You know, they play around him. He sets up, roams the map, and just didn't have a spectacular game one.
Yeah, and then just, you know, speaking of TK and their entire hardpoint game, they've found themselves down so many times against so many different teams, and someone always steps up and kind of clutches up, gets streaks, gets a bunch of kills, and Optic is like, no. We're having no part of that. All the streaks are going to us. We're getting all the kills at the end. So there's been many opportunities for teams to close out against TK, and well, now Optic's the second team, at least in a series, to be able to do that.
Yeah, you just need a fighter pilot. You get 4 kills at the end.
Yeah, I mean, it was a fighter pilot and 2 glide bombs. Yeah. They were making sure they won that map. But I mean, they were, of course, look at that box score.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, you could see Optic had full control of hills 3 and 4, or 2 and 3. Sorry, that's really where you're going to see a lot of time. Doing a great job at turret. That hill number 1, that's where TK started to fight back. Kenny and Theory were getting a ton of hill time, as you can see. You know, just below Theory had the most hill time on Team Kaliber. But the big story is the slaying power of Optic really shines. And I know that Team TK, they still have a winning record, you know, when they get outslayed. But it's just so hard to come back from when a team is just getting so many streaks on you. What, 3 of them had 33 kills. It was a great overall performance in game 1 from them.
What's really scary is you go back traditionally in Hardpoint as a game type, and you look about, you know, on average how badly they're being outslayed, and they're still getting 200+ points. I mean, that's a testament to doing something very, very correct. But then you just think, they got a couple more kills here and there. I mean, they're winning these games so much easier, Chance.
It's an interesting debate, and we'll obviously get to when we talk about map 4, but that's a map worth doing like a case study on, right? Because Optic Gaming, they outslayed by what, 25 some odd kills? They had plus 20 kills pretty much the entire game, but TK had the leads that time, and obviously he's very competitive, but it's not that Optic Gaming, I don't think, was doing anything wrong necessarily. TK literally just does everything right. All of the kills they need to get, they make sure they get. Even if they lose the first half of the hill, the only kills they get on it are the final 4, and then they pull off the final 20-25 seconds, so they work magic. It's like dark magic the way TK plays, but finally, if you outslay by 28, if players completely go off, you can beat them.
That's the key. You got to slay by 28+ kills. But map 2, of course, Search and Destroy, USS Texas. This one, again, a very, very close one. But Scump, King Scump, if you will, finishes 12 and 4. I mean, it was an unreal performance from him.
Yeah, I mean, he had some clutches. This one, that 1v2 right there. Don't necessarily agree with that challenge from Theory, but I mean, yeah, he just took over. And when you're able to do that in USS Texas with the PPSH, you're really just controlling bottom middle in those top windows on both sides. So a 6-3, you know, win for them. And this really just put the control of the series in their hands.
Of course, Scump with a fantastic stat line, but CWL play of the game, I think you obviously know, Formal 1v3 clutch. It was a phenomenal play. I want to actually go ahead and take a look at that play, of course, presented by Scuff Gaming. It was a crazy kind of scenario of events that went down. But my question here is, what is accuracy doing? Okay, because it's a strange one. As time develops, of course, you'll kind of see how this goes down. Of course, you know you have Chino at the back, and Chino gets tagged up, and accuracy drops down.
I think that's the issue right there. Like, accuracy started the gunfight. I don't know if he accidentally jumped down, but he obviously should have traded that at least. Chino here, now he has to check the bomb. the team's Formal just plays this extremely well. Chino did snap on him for a half a second there, but again, maybe Chino has to go back up into that bird's nest where he can sort of just wall bang that bomb site. Maybe you're able to sort of catch him on the bomb, but really I think the fault there is definitely with accuracy.
Yeah, you kind of have to, but even just for the read for Formal, just to sit still because he saw Chino drop down. Chino, if he goes all the way to take the time to go back into the, the B-side platform and looks at the bomb, if Formal hops on it, it might take too long. He can obviously stretch it behind the bomb. So Formal just made the perfect read, right? Yeah. Chino's either going to come up top or walk up the stairs. He knew he had plenty of time. So full credit to Formal, of course, accuracy, just dump under cover, don't choke the gunfight, whatever that might have been. But either way, in the past, it's always been TK always makes the big plays. That's what gets them the win. This time it was just Optic. They were the ones clutching up.
And I imagine that after that offensive round, that's why you saw them do that sort of stretch plant where they threw double smokes just to make that adjustment to make sure that clutch doesn't happen again.
Yeah, they were not giving anything up. Then, of course, we go over to CTF Flag Tower. And this is where we got a sign of life. A bit of a pulse comes through from TK. It started off very, very well. There was one moment, though, where Chino decided to mortar the other team's flag when the flag was being pulled. Little strange uses of street. I have honestly no idea. Personally, I think he may have looked at the map real quick and said, okay, I'm mortaring our flag, and kind of misplayed that. That's the only thing I can possibly think went through his mind. But it did get a little dicey towards the end, Joe.
Yeah, with about 3 minutes left, TK kind of turtled up a little bit. And, when those certain situations, if you're not getting the kills, and Optic does, they're able to get flag pulls out. Luckily, TK had some streaks, played some solid defense. The big difference to me is Kenny. Kenny plays extremely well. 25 kills, 1.39 overall. He sets the pace for his team. You have Chino and accuracy set up around the map, get those easy kills, but Kenny's the one being super annoying for the enemy team. Finally, you see a bit of life from him on this map.
Yeah, great performance from him. And then, of course, we go over to Game 4, another hard point, London Docks. And Chance, you kind of talked about it a little bit. The ability to get outslayed as badly as TK do and still keep it close. They had the lead at parts as well. Truly miraculous stuff.
Yeah, I mean, again, you could just do a case study on this performance alone, just from both teams, really. But it's worth pointing out, we've mentioned a couple times on the desk that TK is the easiest team to game plan for, right? You've seen them go to 2 grand finals. You have the most information on the teams. And at the start of the map, Crimsix said, all right, here's exactly what TK is going to do off the break. And off the break, it was Optic Gaming. They get the clean 4 down. They go up, 25-0, whatever it was. So they had the hot start, but of course, just like, the concept of getting outslayed by 20-some-odd kills and keeping that close, it sounds ridiculous.
It most definitely does, but somehow, some way, TK...
It kills like that, and they just keep contesting the hill. I mean, that was obviously, we were like, oh no, Chino's doing it. One of these guys is going to step up, but Formal.
Ooh.
49 kills.
That's a lot.
That is a ton of kills. Optic Gaming absolutely dominating Warehouse. That bottom hill that we talk is so important. And again, I think the big difference for TK is Street and Crane. That's where they're able to sort of, minimize that lead, allows them to get back into it. But I don't know how they do it. I really don't. It just seems whether
it doesn't make sense.
They get all the spawns they want, or they're just constantly able to sort of hit nades that keep the enemy team off the hard point. I don't know exactly what it is, but they got it down to a science.
I mean, what was it? We saw Kenny at some point alive in the Crane Hill for like 25 seconds, but they're not getting the hill time. But Optic kept getting all of the kills, but they just couldn't stop Kenny, and Kenny's stopping them from getting in the hill. And it's just like, how in God's name are players staying alive for so long? It's just details like that they have down to like perfection, buying time.
The crazy part about that whole thing was throughout that 30-second period where Kenny was alive, he got 1 kill.
Yeah.
That was literally all he did. He was shooting, he was getting assists, he was just baiting a little bit and somehow stayed alive the entire time. TK, to your point, Merc, they have that down to an absolute science. It's absolutely crazy to watch, but it just shows you when a team does outslay you, you can get beat. And speaking of getting beat, we asked during that last game on Twitter using hashtag CWLPS4, how can Optic Gaming beat Team Kaliber? How can they do it? Here is one from Optic786. Karma has to go off and Crimsix has to counter Chino. If they do that, it should be a hot 3-0.
Yeah, I mean, Crimsix, I don't think necessarily Karma has to go off. As you can see, there's so much star power. He does have to make correct plays, which he typically does. Stay around like a 0.9, a 1. But Crimsix to Chino, I think that's a very fair comparison because Crimsix, similar to Chino, I think they're both sort of the glue of the teams. They're always consistent, setting up in the correct positions, getting those clutch kills. So yeah, if Crim, which he did, outperforms Chino, should be a win for Optic, and it was.
Should be. Make it sound very, very simple. I believe we had another tweet as well that came through. They don't. Well, sir, You're wrong, because they did.
They did.
3-3-1, of course, the final score there. So congratulations once again to Optic Gaming.